Okay. Uh, so because of I am recording, just let me to start over. Um, in the second lecture, we are going to see the friend functions and friend classes, which last time we discussed it little bit, but we saw only one example. That's why I want to make it with more examples. Okay. We discussed before that data hiding is a fundamental concept of object-oriented programming, and it restricts the access of private members from outside of the class. So we are saying that it is data hiding. You know these things, that if it is private, not accessible outside. Also in protected members, we have similar thing. Protected members can only be accessed by derived classes and are inaccessible from outside. And if we have a base class and a derived class, in the base class, if the label is private, still it is not accessible in derived class. If the base class is protected, it can be accessible in derived class, as you know. And if it is public, it is accessible from everywhere and also from derived class. So we have also a similar thing in protected members. So if it is not a derived class, we cannot access from outside. Okay, and what happens if we define a member? If we define a private data member and try to reach it from inside of the main program, it will give an error. So we cannot do it because we can't directly reach it. So we have a feature in C++, which is called friend functions, that breaks this rule and allow us to access member functions from outside the class. So let's say we are outside of the class and we need to access directly to a private member, or an unrelated protected member. I mean, the class is not a derived class, and we are just trying to reach to a protected member. So we have a way of doing it. We can use friend class. Friend function. So like it is a public member, we can directly reach it. But if you remember from the first lecture that I did, it is also just make the encapsulation concept weaker. So we have to use it if it is really necessary. Okay, so not every time. So a friend function can access the private and protected data of a class. How we can declare the friend function? Inside the class, we can say friend. Just in front of the function prototype or definition, we have to put friend keyword. The rest of the things are just normal function definition or prototype. Okay, I'm starting the example that I gave in the class last time, and I have more examples. Okay, our class name is box, and we created an object. Again, it is box with a small letter, initial letter, and we have a function called setWidth 10.0. Where is setWidth? SetWidth is here. This is the prototype, as you know. The definition is here. So it is just a setter function. So it will change the width value as 1. Okay. So width value is 10 now. Let's continue. We have another function, print width. So when we come to print width, we see that it is a friend function. So because of it is a friend function, actually we don't need to use a getter here. I mean, we can use friend function instead of getter function. So we can reach the data which it is private directly. How? This is the prototype with friend keyword. This is the definition of the friend function. It is just printing the width of box by directly, as you see, directly reaching it. So by using the box object, we can directly, inside box object, we can directly reach the width value. For example, if I erase this keyword here, this statement, because of this statement, it will give an error because if it is not a friend function, you can't do it. So instead of using a getter function, here we use a friend function. So this is how we can use a friend function. Okay. So output is 10 because we are trying to just take the value instead of getter function by using a friend function. Okay, another example. In this example, let me to check the recording. Okay. In this example, we are again using friend function. We created an object from distance class. And when we created the object D, let's check if we have a constructor. We have a constructor here. Okay, we have a constructor here. This one actually we didn't see before. Of course, you know that this is a constructor, but if you do it like this, this means that you are initializing the method variable to 0. So this one is just constructor is when it is when the object is created, constructor will be executed and meter variable will be 0. Okay. So the next line is we will print distance by calling the function at 5. Okay. Where is at 5? At 5 is a friend function. Okay. And let's go to the definition of it. By the way, you can write the definition here as well. It is okay, but here it is just only use the prototype here and the definition outside of the class. What we are doing, we are adding the matter value 5. So it was 0 before. So when we add 5, it will return the value to the place that it is called as 5. Think about if I just copy and paste this line and call the function again, it should be 10 because each time it will add. But the point is here, the friend function is not a member function, but as you see, it can be directly reach to the private variable. Okay, so normally, as you know, we need to use here to give the value back. We need to use a getter function, but here directly we can reach the value. Okay, this is another example. So when we execute it, it will give 5. So we have some explanation about the code. Here at 5 function is a friend function that can access both private and public data members because of its nature, because of its friend function. Through this example gives us an idea about the concept of a friend function. It doesn't show any meaningful use. So here we just show how it can be used. A more meaningful use would be operating on objects of two different classes. That's when the friend function can be very helpful. So if we are going to use just do something in two different classes, maybe it is more meaningful. Yes, I can. When I show this code, just 1 second. You cannot see it. I can zoom it like this if you want. Okay. Do you want me to explain this one again or?
No, it's okay.
No, sir, it's okay, sir.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay. Don't do it again. Tamam. Okay. Another one. I don't like to make it closer because if you don't see the whole program at once, it is not easy to follow. But let's do it. Before start, this is add members of two different classes. Let's check, or after the we created the object, we can check the classes. So we created two objects, object A from class A and object B from class B. So let's check. We have a forward declaration. I will tell you why it is put it here. Let's check class A. We have a constructor. So num A is 12. So as you see, this is a practical initialization of the variables in construct by using constructor. So num A initialized as 12. And also, let's come to class B. We also initialize this as 1. So when we run, when we create the objects. Okay, so let's continue. We are going to add object A and object B. So we have two objects in two different class. We have two objects from two different classes, and we are going to add them. So add object A, object B is a function called So let me to show you again here. The add function is declared in both class B and it is also declared in class A. But it is the definition is outside of the classes, so we don't need to write the definition for each class. Okay, so when I make this function call, when I make this function call, this one, I will come here. So it is going to return object A dot num A. So it is going to add the num A variable in object A and with object num B variable in object B. So when I go to object A, what is object A num A? Is 12. Okay, and object B num B is 1. Here, we are doing a forward declaration because in class A, we are using in friend function here class A and class B. So if we don't do this, the program will give an error. So that's why we are doing a forward declaration. We didn't see this before. So that's why we are doing it here. So what did we do simply? We just take two objects, two variables from two different classes, object of the two different classes, and add them by using friend function. So we can, because of this friend function is friend of both classes, we can directly reach to them by using dot operator instead of using functions to reach the private values. We use just dot operator to reach. Okay. This program is not complicated, but need little bit just following. I mean, you have to trace it well to understand what's going on. So the result is, it obviously, we just initialize the num A and num B and add them. The output is 13. Okay, so In this program, class A and class B have declared at as a friend function. So because of we are going to use both of them as friend function, in each of them we declare different, we make friend declaration. But as you see, the code definition, friend function definition is done just after the classes. So for both of them, we use only one definition. So by this way, we can access private data of both classes. The other thing to notice here is the friend function inside class A is using the class B. So inside class A, let me to show you. Inside class A, we are using class B as well. So if we don't put this forward declaration, program will give us an error because it will not recognize the class B, because it will just, the definition is after the class A definition. So that's why we make a forward declaration. So previously we just declare that we are going to use class B. This is why we put here class B, because before just the definition of the class B, we are using it here. Okay, maybe you can just check these slides, and in our next lecture, maybe we can discuss the things if you want to ask anything. Because I don't understand if you are okay with these things or not. Okay. So this is the point that I am saying. We made a forward declaration. Okay. We saw the friend functions. We have 4 minutes. Okay, I can finish, I think. We saw the friend functions. Let's check the friend class. So we can also use a friend class in C++ using the friend keyword. So we can create a friend class. So one class can be a friend of another one. So that class can be, I mean, here, let me to tell you. Let's say class A, and inside class A, we make a class, friend class, class B. This means that class B is a friend of class A. So from class B, we can reach all the public, protected, private things, functions or variables of class A. So because of class B is the friend of class A. But from class A, we cannot reach. It is not possible to reach the protected or public members of class B. Next page, we have a meaningful sentence for that. Yes. So, okay. When a class is declared a friend class, all the member functions of the friend class become friend functions. So all member functions are becoming friend functions. So they are working like friend functions. Since class B is a friend class, we can access all members of class A from inside class B. So from class B, from class B, from here, I can just reach all the member functions. But from class A, I can't reach, I can't use it like this, okay? Because class B is friend of class A, but class A is not a friend of class B. So this is a one-side relationship. Okay. So class B, we can access all members of class A from inside class B, but we cannot access members of class B from inside class A. Okay, I will finish the lecture and I will make one more lecture and finish. So I will send the link after 10 minutes.
All right.